Artistically Blessed. Like, share, follow, and subscribe. I am bringing you along again on one of my cleaning my kitchens. It's early. Everybody's asleep except for my doggy. He seems to be following me around. Hello. Hello, doggy. But I don't have anything in particular to talk about. Every time I do these kitchen, I'm gonna start calling them Kitchen Chronicles. I don't have anything on my mind in particular, but I'm just doing my dishes. I got enough of them. Zachery must not have been feeling it. Maybe I'll talk about that. Zachery is on a roll on this landscaping, wanting a job landscaping, which is fine, but he doesn't understand that it's a process. He thinks that, oh, he can find a job listing and he's got the job. They want somebody, so they should, hire him. He hasn't gone through the process or understand the process of they get to interview you and they get to pick and choose who they want. And at this point, he only has one cutting under his belt. So he's going to have to get some more skills with the weed whacker and all of that good stuff too. So I showed him one listing that tells you need to know how to use the edger, the weed whacker. They don't call it the weed whacker, they call it something else, the weeder. But that's what we call it, a weed whacker, weed eater. I have to give him some more skills. So I was looking for an apprenticeship where they are willing to take someone with autism under their belt and give them a skill and help them to learn all that they need to learn to work in that field. As of yet, I haven't found one. Then Zachery has criteria that he wants it to be close to home, which he's not understanding. Florida is it's a big place, and it may not be close to home. And I keep telling him, we're gonna take you and pick you up so you don't have to worry about that. But anyway, that's one of his criteria. He wants to be close to home. So right now, he sent me two, but he did do an awesome thing. He went online, he looked up things for himself, and then he sent me two job prospects that he wanted me to look at. He kind of got mad at me yesterday because I had gone on a staycation with my husband. Every so often we have to do that. I'm off the subject. Moms and dads with children with special needs, our guardians, take a staycation. You don't have to go out of town. You don't have to leave the state. But you need to get a minute where you're not responsible. Get somebody that you can trust and then just get a staycation, get a minute where you can go, and even if it's just going down the street to a hotel that's close by, so if something happens you can pop right there and be at home within seconds or within minutes, whatever. You still need to take a minute to yourself and to reinvigorate your relationship with your mate or with yourself, whatever. You need to take that time. So anyway, my husband took me on a staycation, which we went to Fort Lauderdale. Well, we went to Palm Beach, and had a really nice time. Went to a beach party with friends and just had a really good time. So when we came home, this is what I met with is Did you find something? Did you look? Did you see? And I told him, I said, I'm not looking for anything. I'm not searching for anything. I'm exhausted. We had so much fun. We were in high school. We didn't go to bed until 3 o'clock in the morning. Both nights we were gone. We had so much fun. So I was tired and I was like, I'm not doing anything. And yesterday was Monday. My husband was supposed to fly out. We got back Sunday. My husband was supposed to fly out. I told him, I said, I don't know how you're going to do it. But he had planned this little staycation for me. He had been out of town to Colorado. And he flew in on Thursday. And he was like, we're getting up and we're out of here on Friday. Which we did. But can you imagine this man, his flight Thursday night got delayed coming out of Colorado because of weather. And so he didn't get home until 4 in the morning. And he wanted to leave to get out of town by noon. I said, that's never gonna happen. But we made it work by 2. We got out by 2 because I was like, you need to sleep. You're not gonna drive me around. And I don't do a whole bunch of driving. I don't know if that's him controlling or I just don't want to drive. He always look at me, I'm like, not me. But I surely don't want to drive here in Florida. These people are just rambunctious. They're out of control. And I'm like, I don't want to be out there. I do have to get out there in my little small town that I'm in and take my son to work, take Avant to work, and I will do it to take Zachery to work. But for me to drive out of town, to drive into Tampa or places like that, I'm not doing it. Unless I just have to. Now, when he had surgery, I had to do it. I ain't say I can't do it, I just don't want to do it. But anyway, we got out of here, and then get this, we were due to be back Sunday. We got back Sunday, and he was due to fly out Monday morning at 4 a.m. This man has been up partying all weekend till 3 o'clock in the morning. I think Saturday night was 4. We didn't get in until 4. And he was supposed to fly out, get his behind home. He drove home, and then he was supposed to I got all of his stuff ready so he wouldn't have to do any of that stuff. And then he was supposed to fly out and be at the airport at 3 on Monday morning. Crazy. So, get this. He usually rides his motorcycle. We have 2 cars on a motorcycle, and right now my oldest son is driving one of the cars because he's saving to get, he's trying to pay cash for A5, Audi A5. That's his dream, that's his car. So he's saving for it. And which, we don't use both cars anyway, so we were like, well, keep working and save your money and use our car. That way, you don't have to worry about insurance, maintenance. Well, yeah, he's on insurance, but maintenance or anything for his car, because he had a BMW, which was I felt like it was a money pit. But anyway, he is driving one of the cars, and so for my husband to go to the airport, he was like, I don't want you to have to get up and take me. His company would have paid for him to Uber, but he is so impatient, ADHD, that he doesn't want to get to the airport after being gone and wait for an Uber to pick him up. That's a man thing. So he drives he puts his he takes his motorcycle and puts his suitcase in his computer bag, and he's got a luggage rack on his a tour pack on his motorcycle, so he has that luggage rack. Put his luggage up there, puts his computer bag in the trunk, and goes. And I'm like, I told him, I said, just take the car. I'm not going anywhere other than to, Zachery has an eye appointment on Thursday. And so I was like, I'll check and see if Eddie's gonna be off that day, if he has to work, or I can cancel the appointment and we can redo it, because it's not like it's an emergency, it's just a checkup. So, excuse me, that had Tabasco in it. Ooh, caught me. So, anyway, he gets on that motorcycle and he takes off. Oh, I'm taking my motorcycle. And so he gets down, off of the, I don't know if they call it I don't know. Well, I don't drive a lot, so I don't know what it's called, but off of I-4 West, because that's where I went to get him. But anyway, his tire started to go down on the motorcycle. He was like, oh my gosh. He said, he called me as soon as that phone rang, and it was like 4:44. I was like, I know he didn't make it to the airport in 30 minutes, in 20 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. And so he was stuck. He was like, you're not gonna believe this. This tire is going down. I don't know if I hit a nail on the way out or what I did, but it's going down. And so I was like, I'm on my way. I didn't even know where the man was because I was half asleep. I just threw on a moo-moo. Yes, I got some moo-moos. I threw on a moo-moo and headed out to go get my husband off the side of the road. And I'm scared. My anxiety hits like wham, because like I said, I don't drive into the Tampa area and stuff. So, but I didn't say anything. I got in that car and I just set my GPS to the airport, and I just started that way because that's where he was going. So then he's calling me. And he's like, you know where I'm at? And I'm like, no, how am I supposed to know? You didn't tell me. But I'm on my way. I'm on my way to the airport. Where you at? And he's like, well, he reminded me, because see, I'm not technical either. I'm learning to be, though. I'm making this YouTube channel, so I'm doing pretty good. He said, you have my location on your phone. And I was like, oh yeah, because you know, I'll be looking like, where are you at? And I can see him on there. So I was like, okay, and so I'm driving. Mind you, my glasses are for me to see distance, not up close. My phone is up close and I'm doing like this, driving, trying to see how to make the location click in so that I can go and get my husband outside. And I'm tired because I was up too. It wasn't like he was up by himself at 3 and 4 o'clock the whole weekend. I was with him. So anyway, I'm like, I'm coming. So I finally figured out how to do the GPS thing, and I need to focus. And who's calling? He's calling me back. He's gonna talk to me. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm already nervous. And I don't know what my GPS is gonna do if you on the phone. But I found out GPS keeps going and it just clicks in and says something, and then you can still be talking on the phone. I didn't know. But anyway, so I gotta soak this pan. And so I went and got him off the side of the road, but we had to leave the motorcycle. And then, guess what? We stopped and got him something to eat. He was like he had a headache. He was probably pissed off, but he wasn't wanting to act like it in front of me. I don't know. But I would have been pissed off. I had a headache though. And so I was like, well, he was going to stop at McDonald's and get something, then I was going to get me some coffee. And so, I think it's that. Get me some coffee. So that's what we did. And then he got home. I had to get back up. We got home, I think it was probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock. Got in the bed, talked a little bit, ate his food and drank some of my coffee and tried to get my headache to go away. And then it was time for me to get back up because I had to get Avant to the eye doctor. So, and I'm turning over all of my controls over the kids and giving it to them. It's hard as a mom and they're special needs, so I have to kind of have some of the control. I have to know what's going on, but I do have to, they're young men and women, so I have to relinquish some of that. Now with Yesenia, I'm probably not going to have to do too much of that. I'm trying to because I want her to take over some of that stuff. But with the boys, I have to relinquish some of it. So I took Avant to the eye doctor, which was inside the Walmart. And I told him, I said, well, while you're at the eye doctor, I'm going to go and shop around and see if I can find some more little dresses for Yesenia, because that's all she wears anyway, and get her some little slide shoes to wear outside. And you handle your appointment. So he was like, okay. And so I told him, I said, you have a copay that's probably about $25. And then you're gonna look and see if you can find some glasses that will fit neatly behind your ear. Just like he's got a little short head like mine. And we can't hardly find glasses with this thing to be short enough and for them to be able to maneuver this, mold it to go around your ears to hold it, so when you bend down, they don't fall down. See, and these right here, they keep sliding down because these are just not, I don't know. So anyway, I told him, I said, and after you're done with that, then you can look for some glasses and go ahead and, I said, but call me and I'll come over if I'm not already back. So he goes in and he does his appointment. He did awesome. He knew exactly what he wanted. He wanted the Blu-ray for the computer screen and he wanted the transition. We never get any glasses without transition because of our eyes. I want to make sure that his eyes, for sure, since he was a little kid wearing glasses, that he always had transition because I don't want the sun rays or anything to hurt his eyes. So he had told the guy that, but he was waiting on me to see if I was going to pay it. I'm like, I'm not paying. I pay for the insurance. You need to pull your little credit card out or your little debit card. The child has quite a bit of money in his account. I'm like, you pay for your own stuff. You're 19 now. That's your responsibility. I said, and don't be cheap on your eyes. Nobody should be cheap on your eyes, guys. You need to not be cheap on your eyes. If you don't have your eyes, you can't get around. You can't read. You can't enjoy. You can't see the things out there. You will learn how to use other senses to do so. And it's a blessing that our bodies can adapt and maneuver. But do you really want it to? If you already have your sight and you can do something about it by taking care of it, just take care of it, and then you don't have to worry about anything. My husband did rotisserie chicken last night, so I'm trying to clean the rotisserie parts I'm soaking the basket. That basket always seems to get, the chicken seems to stick on it. I don't know why. But anyway, so I'm trying to clean that up and get it. I already put the rotisserie back in the cabinet, in the pantry, but I'm trying to clean these off. And I don't want to stand here and scrub because I made my coffee already. And I want to drink some coffee. And I want to relax since my husband got up this morning and let me finish that story. So anyway, like I said, he had to get up this morning and head out to North Carolina for work. And so he cooked for me last night, and we hung out and watched a crazy movie with Jamie Foxx in it. They cloned Tyrone. If you haven't seen it, you gotta see it. It's funny. It's weird, but it's funny. If you watch, you gotta really watch because it's a funny one. But we watched that and then got ourselves to bed so that he could get up this morning. And he called an Uber. He's like, "You don't have to get up," because I was gonna take him. He's like, "No, I don't want you out, and I already took you out, and I'm sure you're tired." And I was like, "Oh, I was so tired." And then I was gonna have to get up and go and take Avant to work anyway, so I was like, oh my gosh. So anyway, he let me know he got to the airport. We talked a little bit, and then I went on back to sleep. Well, to be honest, I fell asleep on him, and he just hung up. I was so tired. But anyway, he is, we went back out. I'm finishing the story. We went back out to pick up his motorcycle. We had to come, and after I got back from taking Avant to the eye doctor, this is what I'm saying. I'm exhausted. I'm just gonna rest today. I think I'm gonna go and get in my hot tub to relax, and then I'm gonna take a shower, and then I'm gonna put on some new pajamas and get in the bed. But and it's just 11 o'clock this morning. In the morning, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna probably either I'm gonna lay across my couch or I'm gonna lay in my bed until it's time to get Avant, pick him up from work. But anyway, we went and picked up the motorcycle. I picked up the trailer, hooked it to the truck, went to pick up the motorcycle. He was able to get it up on there. He was able to drive it up onto the motorcycle, up onto the ramp. But when we got it home to put it in the garage, I had to exert these strong muscles and help to push it down because the back tire was flat. He has a hydraulic that lifted the bike as much as it could, but we still had to go down the ramp and into the garage without scraping the chrome on his pipes. So we were trying to back and forth, trying to get the ramp just perfect so that it would just once we started pushing, we could just push it on into the motorcycle garage. And so we did that, and I was exhausted. And I think I just laid on the couch. I just laid, and then I had him to help me clean out the under my stairs. It's a closet under my stairs, and we pulled all that stuff out. I thought I was going to get him to relinquish some of that stuff and throw some of that stuff away, and he's like, "Oh no, that's good." So we ended up vacuuming it out and cleaning it out and putting it back. And so anyway, then he started dinner, and I went and took me a good shower and came back and laid on the couch and we watched the movie, and then, like I said, we went to bed. And he got up this morning at 3 and headed out. I got up with him though, because he can't leave without me getting up with him. And the Uber guy came and took him on to the airport, and he just called me. He's there, and started to work on whatever project they're working on. So we have had an eventful weekend, which was supposed to be a staycation, which ended up being Oh Lord, what is this about? But it's worth it. You know, everything you have to take in stride, and you have to make it a positive. And I try to make everything a positive. Whatever we have to go through, just have to go through it. And on the other side is a hallelujah. We made it. That's what I look at it as. So, with that, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to finish up these last little pots that I have. I'm going to get them rinsed and dried. I'm going to let this rotisserie basket soak a little bit. And then I'm going to make my cup of coffee. And I'm going to, like I said, once I drink my coffee, I'll know if I'm going to get in my hot tub. But I really think I need to get in it. Either I'm going to do my hot tub today, or I'm going to wait and do it tonight. Looks like it's going to rain right now, and I don't want to get in there if it's going to lighten in or anything. So we shall see, and I shall be talking to you later. I'm bringing you along on my life. Yesenia and Zachery are resting. So as long as they're resting, I'm going to rest. So that means that I am going to fix my coffee. I'm going to sit and rest a minute, and then see what time Yesenia starts moving around. She's the main one I have to take care of. So anyway, I'm tired, but it's a good tired. I have a lot of laughing to do, thinking in my head about what we did this weekend and the funny things that happen as you go along with life. So anyway, artistically blessed, always a blessing, always a blessing. Find the silver lining around every, what is this about? You got to find the silver lining. I just told him, well, that just meant you wasn't supposed to be on that plane. So he's safe and sound in North Carolina, and he'll be home by the end of the week. So anyway, like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys, subscribe. Go over to YouTube and subscribe. If you're looking at this on Facebook, go to YouTube and subscribe. Just be a subscriber. You don't have to go over there. You're already on Facebook, but I need my subscribers over there as well. I appreciate it. And watch some of the videos. Give me some watch time. Watch time. So, talk to you later. Artistically out. Oh, no. Artistically blessed out.